How memes have changed the world. So we all know what memes are, right?
Yes.
How could you not? Living in the age of the internet, memes have seemed to permeate through everything. Memes have even popped up in more traditional media sources, such as The Simpsons' very meta adoption of their own Homer into the Bush meme.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
What is a meme? The best definition to go for is from the guy who invented the word, Richard Dawkins. Although he claims the idea wasn't original, he coined the term meme before anyone else. Dawkins uses the term meme to refer to any cultural entity that an observer might consider a replicator, with examples being melodies, fashions, and learned skills, with his exact definition being a unit of cultural transmission or unit of imitation and replication. This definition goes far beyond what most people would consider memes, in the sense that most people only think of memes being instances of humorous images or short videos. However, this definition encapsulates the impact that memes have on society, where they are ideas that perpetuate between generations and influence the world as a whole. Richard Dawkins analogs memes to genes, hence the name, and the comparison is very apt.
Yeah, this is big brain time.
That got very academic, and I will mostly be focusing on the humor side of memes in this video, but their impact on the world is very real and has influenced society to an insane degree. So once again, memes have and will continue to change the world. One of the easiest places to see memes changing the world is in their physical manifestations. Of course, since memes are so popular, people try and make money off them. Websites like Redbubble and other similar retailers will sell you shirts with memes on them. Ha ha ha! So funny. No, but seriously, people do actually buy shirts like this. I know I've seen plenty of people in the wild wearing shirts like these, including some of my friends sporting the Mimi Big Boy shirt from Jack's Films. Memes have become so popular in society that meme hosting sites such as 9gag have gotten enough money to spend it on ridiculous things, such as their 24-ton rock monument to memes that they've buried in the ground for future generations to uncover.
Content. Help us change history.
More than 600,000 people from over 100 different countries have chosen the best content to transform a huge 24-ton rock into the biggest, funniest, memeiest, and most important monument ever made by mankind.
So, even ignoring all the effects that memes have on society and culture as a whole, changing world events forever, memes have been placed in stone, literally. Molecules have been manipulated in a memetic manner, manifesting themselves until the melancholy mystification of our Mother Earth and the death of our solar system. They have changed the physical shape of our universe and have contributed to a slight variation of the inevitable heat death that awaits existence.
Oh, the vast emptiness!
Thanks for watching. Yes, that was quite the video. I'm glad y'all watched it. But wait a second. The astute of you might have noticed that this video still has 14 minutes left in it. But what else could memes have affected? It talks about matter, what else is there? Well, I guess we'll find out together in part 1, Meme Economy. And no, this isn't just memes about the economy. Entire industries have popped up around making money off the humorous memes of the internet. Like I mentioned before, selling t-shirts is one of the easiest examples to look at, and is clearly quite profitable with the amount of different retailers participating in the act. Memes drive product sales, and it's not just gag items made from memes, but memes can drive the sale of seemingly mundane products, such as industrial-sized barrels of lube, which admittedly is pretty funny on its own. But people legitimately buy items like these for the shock value, and memes make them do it. Outside of just merchandise, entire jobs have formed around making memes. Semi-recently, corporations have begun to use memes in their advertisements. No longer is it just memes being made of them, but corporations are trying to make memes to sell their products. Probably, one of the most famous examples of this is the Wendy's Twitter account. Their Twitter account went viral in 2016 and has begun posting more meme-like content ever since. Other companies have followed suit, and it is now commonplace for social media accounts of corporations to make memes and participate in meme wars. Social media managers were already a new profession, but now being an expert on memes is part of the job. As a further example of this, Grubhub's recent ad got memed pretty hard due to its very surreal nature. But the company turned around and embraced the meme. How much of this was planned really can't be known, but marketing via memes seems to become a huge part of marketing in general, especially with more public-facing brands. Of course, this has led to what some people consider an oversaturation of memes and advertisements, and has even spawned memes of its own.
Guys, we get it. You're relatable. Just stop relating. Stop. Enough. That's it. I can't take it anymore. Silence, brand. And so a new meme was born.
Looking outside of just the corporate world, individuals have also started making money off meme manifestations. Somebody stop me saying sentences. Content creators of all varieties have been earning their livings from creating memes. Although plenty of these content creators only make passing memes and have most of their work lying elsewhere, there are people who made their entire content identity around memes. One of the most influential of these channels being Grande. I also personally really enjoy the surrealist side of memes that channels like Timotainment bring, and the oh-so-classic YouTube poops that started all the way back in 2004. Being a professional memer, or platform for memes, has actually been an occupation for well over a decade at this point, such as the now seemingly ancient site Iconez Cheeseburger that was created all the way back in 2007. Outside of just the world of YouTube, there are people making their livings entirely off posting memes on every social media platform and then selling their audience to advertisers for a profit. Some of the most popular being Instagram users making a page that are meme compilations and then throwing in the occasional sponsored post to actually generate revenue. There are endless of other examples of individuals profiting off memes, such as Ryan Gutex Gutierrez monetizing his face for Twitch to use as a global emote, and even the artists making songs about memes, such as the one playing right now.
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs.
Finally, we can talk about some of the more bizarre occurrences as of late, such as the stock craze of GameStop with memes such as "to the moon," affecting real-life market conditions. Although the fluctuations in this particular stock price weren't entirely due to memes, and also had something to do with hedge funds overshorting the stock and the Reddit community Wall Street Bets catching on to that, memes certainly have contributed to spreading the message and getting more people piling onto the hype train, driving the stock value to the moon, from tens to hundreds of dollars. Which I guess really means we can say that memes about the economy affect the economy. So go ahead and stonks to your heart's content. You are changing the world. But seriously, memes have become such an ingrained part of society that the way individuals and businesses interact with the world financially has been forever changed. Memeing the economy is a great example of how powerful a tool memes are to easily impart ideas upon one another, and is a perfect segue for part 2, meme discussions. How memes have changed the way we communicate. Again, one of the easiest ways to see this in effect is to hop aboard the social media train, where memes are born, and just see how much of what we are saying to each other is in the form of memes. Communicating specifically with visual memes is also one of the easiest ways to appeal to a wider range of audiences and make your message more apparent. According to Twitter themselves, just having an image in your tweet gives you a 35% boost to the amount of retweets that the tweet will receive. People like interacting with multimedia. It feels more natural than just reading text. Looking at our previously stated definition by Dawkins, it's easy to see why they'd be such a prominent feature of communication on these platforms. It's what a meme is by definition. Of course they would spread like wildfire. But it's not just online that people are now talking in memes. People talk in memes in real life. Slang is pretty much just a form of meme, where people impart in subcultures these alternate phrases, and they are then perpetuated through the ease of their imitation and replication for usage in fast communication. They also let their users feel much closer together in a culture where they share a specific spice to their language. Does this all sound familiar? Leaning a bit outside of the humorous perspective, purely by Dawkins' definition, the slang used in languages are memes. Not only could we just say people talk in memes, because slang is essentially just a form of meme, but memes themselves have become slang that people use in real life. My friends and myself even talk in memes. In particular, the phrase pog and pogchamp has invaded my vocabulary, where the origins of such word came from the Twitch emote pogchamp, which was the emote that Gutex sold to Twitch. It is an easy way to express excitement, and because of how deeply rooted I am in Twitch as a subculture, the slang has entered my vernacular. This phenomenon is particularly prevalent in younger generations, which makes a lot of sense, considering that they are growing up in our modern day society, which is so saturated with memes. Naturally, due to the nature of memes, they would easily transition out of a purely digital form into the real world, even looking specifically at the humorous side. This isn't just limited to talking in memes either, but also non-verbal communication via memes. Various different forms of this, including the gesture of dabbing, and meme dances such as Orange Justice from Fortnite, have become very prevalent in how younger generations communicate in real life. They've become an integral part of their culture. Because of this rise in memes and communication, even educators have started using memes to deliver information onto their students. Teachers will include memes in presentations to better grab the attention of their students and encourage students to make memes about what they are learning to better associate with it. Of course, students think that this is stupid, but it actually works. There have been plenty of studies linking memes to increased engagement and learning in the classroom, such as incorporating memes in Instagram to enhance students' participation by Agnes Diane Purnima. Memes have made their way into the classroom, especially with the pandemic, and I think they're here to stay. Outside of traditional education, memes with educational content are actually quite popular, with Bill Wurtz's videos, The History of the Entire World I guess, and The History of Japan, getting hundreds of millions of views.
Q&A, what's the history of the world? Once upon a time we were lost in space, we still are.
These Bill Wurtz videos are a very meme-filled kind of explain video, which is a pretty popular form of educational content. Explain videos will often have memes in them to help their audience remain engaged, and by definition, memes are a great way to get people to learn and remember something. Wait a second! The astute of you may have noticed that this is, in fact, an explain video filled with memes for engagement.
Please clap.
Hey, that was 2016 presidential election candidate Jeb Bush in that meme. I bet you're going to start talking about political memes next. Yes. Part 3. Meme governments. How political parties both use memes to gain power, as well as hold on to that power while in office. As mentioned in the previous part, memes are an effective communication tool, and as such, governments and political parties alike have used memes to further their agendas respectively. What better way to spread your message than through a message that spreads itself? As such, political campaigns of the modern era have adopted memes both intentionally and accidentally. Political slogans are memes. If a slogan wasn't a unit of imitation and replication, it would suck. So you could say that since elected governments have existed, and probably even before that, memes have been put to work, engaging the audiences of politicians. But let's get a little more specific, and hone in on the humorous theme that most people would require memes to have. The digital variety that spread themselves through laughs and likes alike. This is a much more modern idea, and only recently has been put to use, especially with respect to the vast history of humans trying to rule each other. The 2016 US presidential election is one of the most well documented in terms of how memes can affect elections, and potentially swing results. It's so well documented, in fact, that we have US 3-letter agencies making reports on how memes were employed for effect. But before we get into that, let's take a look at some of the more lighthearted side of a political memes. Like I said before, a good slogan is a good meme, and as such, slogans often get adopted into memes, both for the good and the bad of the party employing them. One of the best examples of a potentially accidental meme is Hillary Clinton's Pokemon Go to the Polls one-liner that she delivered at a rally in Northern Virginia on July 14th, 2016.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
This caught fire for all the wrong reasons, of Hillary very poorly trying to relate to a younger audience, and has backfired quite a bit. This was very much not aided by the fact that the Trump campaign hopped right onto these meme efforts, going so far as to create an ad featuring a fake game called Crooked Hillary No, which was posted to the Trump campaign's Facebook page. An unfortunate truth about political memes is that they don't have to be nice to be widely shared, and they also definitely don't have to be factual either. This again was exemplified in the 2016 election where fake news was king. While Trump had memes being made for and against him with his Build the Wall slogan, Hillary came under fire for memes such as Pizzagate, where there was supposedly a child sex trafficking ring in the Comet Pizzeria in Washington, D.C. And according to the memes, high-ranking officials in the Democratic Party were a part of it. This meme in particular spread far enough that someone actually went into the pizzeria with an AR-15 to find the missing children himself. Memes have continued to play a large part in politics, both being intentionally generated by parties and also done through more grassroots efforts, resulting in the strange new world we live in today. Political parties aren't the only ones making memes for the government, however, and probably aren't even the best at it. Delving further into the more sinister side of memes, turns out some militaries are great at making memes, which is pretty terrifying. Specifically, the Russian military. The Russian IRA, or Internet Research Agency, is a fairly mundane-sounding company in Russia. Pictured in the frame is one of their offices in St. Petersburg. They likely have ties to the Russian government and Vladimir Putin himself. Some of the fun meme-fueled activities they participate in are trying to disrupt democratic processes, inciting riots in other countries, and shifting public opinion so as to lessen the effects of Russian occupation in Ukraine. The company employs the use of thousands of fake accounts to promote their content and has been identified by the CIA as a key participant in cyber espionage against the US election process. Many other governments are funding their own divisions of cyber warfare, including meme divisions devised to both combat memes from other foreign actors and to generate memes themselves for their own purposes. This new kind of propaganda and warfare is kind of hilarious, but also mostly just terrifying for the average citizen of Earth. People were appalled and afraid of programs such as MKUltra that the CIA were employing in the past, but mind control by memes is a much more real threat and it is much harder to detect. Memes, although mostly a new word for an existing phenomenon, have really exploded in recent years, and have done more to change the world than anyone could have ever imagined in a pre-digital era. We truly are living in the birth of a new form of human communication, not only affecting how we talk, trade, and rule each other, but every aspect of our lives has probably been touched by memes in some way, either directly or indirectly. Whether you like it or not, memes are here to stay, and it's better we understand them than continue to underestimate their effects like we have in the past. So yes, memes have changed the world, and will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. I'm Nathaniel Getzler, and thanks for watching.